the first video for 29 Days of Freya. Originally, I was going to start off with a different topic, but I figured since somebody asked, I should probably do kind of a recap on my entire relationship with Freya, and kind of where I'm at with her now. So in today's video, it's going to be a bit of like how I connected with her, how I kind of met her, where we're at now. So if you've already seen my previous Freya video, then you've probably already heard most of the story for that. If you want to skip this first day, that's fine. So the question for the topic of this video is, how did you find your connection to Freya? And I got asked this question by Magic from, I want to say it was Miss Magic. What was it? Miss Magic? I feel like I'm missing a word in there. I'll put that here. I thought about this question in two different ways, so that's probably gonna be how I'm answering it. So first, my thoughts on my connection to Freya, how did I first establish it, was through meeting her. Like, how did I meet her? I was originally trying to contact Persephone, actually, not Freya. And I'm the kind of person that will act upon, like, if I want to work with somebody or I'm interested with working with somebody, I'll usually act on that and try and make it a thing rather than not. Because if it's not meant to be at the end of the day, then I'll just, start over somewhere else, right? Focus my energy somewhere else. So that's basically what ended up happening. Is I kept trying to work with Persephone. I learned all of her like lore and everything that I could about her. I looked up her aspects. I looked up offerings, things that she liked, how to talk to her, anything I could really get my hands on. During that time, anytime I was trying to connect or contact Persephone, I was intercepted most of the time by hearing the name Freya or seeing the name Freya. Let's say if I'm doing studies on Persephone, Freya's name would pop up. I just kept seeing it everywhere. I remember doing a meditation where I was trying to connect with Persephone, and I ended up meeting a horse, and after I had connected with this horse, just petting it, giving it an apple, things like that, I kept hearing the name Freya for the rest of that meditation, astral work, whatever you want to call it. From that point on, it was kind of like I couldn't run away from it. Her name was just everywhere I went. She is what I referred to a lot in my older videos and still kind of refer to her as, is a demanding goddess. She really, like, when she wants something, she does not let you forget it easily. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I was introduced to her. And once I finally kind of stopped fighting the fact that she wanted to work with me and that Persephone wasn't necessarily interested at the moment, things went a lot smoother for me, and I started actually learning really good lessons. So the second part to this, I took it to more of a deeper thought on, when did I actually start connecting? Like, when did I feel that click, that spark of whenever I was like, yeah, like, this is the right deity, goddess for me? And I think that really came through to me when I started working with her aspect of Mardal, which I haven't made a video on yet, but I will be making one for this series eventually, so I hope you will watch that one as well when it comes out. For those who don't know, Mardal is kind of the sea aspect of Freya. I have seen her in a lot of ways, and I think at the time why I connected so well to her was because I was in a really big depressive state at the time, which I go back and forth between this. Like, usually it'll come and go. Maybe it's sort of a seasonal thing, I'm not sure. I really started to connect to her story of loss and of agony and pain, particularly Mardal's kind of story with that, or Freya's story of losing her lover. Now, I don't have anything quite as intense as that, but I can understand pain, and I can understand agony in my own ways. And I think through the pain and the sorrow and that almost banshee-like nature of screaming and just feeling so frustrated and having that kind of energy emulating. I really started to connect to her in that way. And that was the first time I think I actually channeled Mardal as well. I don't remember the exact quote it was, but she gave me this piece, and I'll put it here. It's honestly the most beautiful thing that has ever come, like, been channeled through me, I guess. And I'm kind of nervous about channeling, so I really don't do it often. But during that day, I was watching I think I was watching a video on YouTube, and she kept, like, kind of poking me and being like, hey, like, here are these things. And she, like, I was like, hold on, I'm watching this thing, right? And she's like, hey, no, like, no, you're gonna take this. And then she started speaking the words, and at that point I had to, like, stop. Sometimes you don't have necessarily the words, like, you have only partial amounts of a sentence. I had to kind of fill in the blanks for her on what she was trying to say, because it's hard, I think, from energy, like an energy, a feeling, to put that into our language. That phrase, that sentence, that whatever you want to call it, was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever written in my life or channeled in my life. Through all of that grief and pain and connecting through that, I don't want to make it sound like a bad thing, because it truly made me feel like I had someone that understood me and understood the pain I was feeling at the time. I think that's where I really started to grow, is I started to realize that she got through that pain, and even though, like, it's okay to have these bursts of, like, frustration, of agony, of whatever, like, you can feel those things. Emotions are okay to feel, they're beautiful. Don't let anyone make you feel like being angry, sad, frustrated, whatever feeling that you're feeling, if it's not necessarily, like, happy or excited or whatever, even fear itself, all of these are beautiful expressions of the human experience, okay? Even why we're here, I'd say. They're to teach us. They are to help us grow. We are humans for a reason. That's my personal thought. But yeah, I think she really helped me understand, and that's really one of Freya's main messages, is the beauty in everything. Even if it sucks and it's hard and it's painful, they have a beauty to them that is hard to recognize sometimes. And I think once I started to try and learn this lesson, or go on this path of that, I started to grow so much more than I had previously. So I'm going to leave that there. I've answered the question to my best abilities. Hopefully that's kind of what magic had meant when asking that question. If not, I hope I gave a lot more than expected too, because that's even better, right? Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video of 29 Days of Freya. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Much love. Bye.